Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler 2 with me, Heart37. So this is going to be a cool episode. I've been working on trying to get that A2A Cessna 172 to work with Air Hauler, and I finally got that done. Figured out a way to totally get it to work. So it actually fires up. When you start up and you got that 172, it actually starts up the A2A 172 instead of the default one. So it should be working. And if you're watching this episode, then it did work. Anyhow, we're up in here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's KPIB. And in this episode, we are going to fly down to Baton Rouge, KBTR. It's just a little over 100 miles. So if we look at Hattiesburg, the wind is coming east, northeast. So we'll take off. I can't remember if there's a tower there or not. I can't remember if there's a tower. If not, then we'll take off to the north. And then we'll come down to Baton Rouge. As you can see, the wind is coming from the northeast. Kind of sucks because now we can't use that ILS. So we'll have to come over here and we're going to land on 4 left. We'll go over here and look at the chart for 4 left. Alright, so we're going to come over here. Well, first, the approach course is 043 degrees. It's 7,500 feet long, and the airport elevation is 70 feet, and the touchdown elevation of the runway is 69 feet. So we're going to come over here to Ibeki at 2,800 feet, then down to 2,000 feet at Gossett, and then 820 feet at Hogtu, and down to the runway. Alright, so ad hoc flight. I haven't flown the 172 in a very long time, by the way. I flew the 182 a couple weeks ago, worked with that a little bit, so it's not too much different as far as, it's just a harder plane to fly altogether than the default. So we can only get that to 130. Hopefully we don't bang this thing up like crazy. And I'm going to go at least 10, we'll do 10 minutes before, because we have to do all the startup procedure and everything. Shouldn't take too long, but I want to make sure that we do have enough time. I won't take off late. Alright, still got our textiles. Like I said, it was 109 miles, so I'm going to put in 150 just to make sure about our fuel, because I've got to lean it out and everything, and I'm going to attempt to do that again. Actually need to know exactly how much that is. So total fuel, 15.7, let me get it back to there. I don't like how it doesn't tell us. Alright, so I guess that is actually 15.7 gallons total. Alright, because we have to, will not load the aircraft correctly. We have to actually do it ourselves. 3 passengers at 467 pounds. And let's see, 43 in luggage. Can't remember if you can load luggage like that or not. We'll get that in. So a total, I can't remember the total. 50.7 pounds purchased, but I think we could do it in gallons as well. So let's go ahead and meet on over. Well, shoot, I gotta do this. VFR, we're going southwest, so we'll just do like 6,500 feet. 109 nautical miles, like I said. And now, we'll go ahead and meet over at the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane. Take a little look around her. A2A. So much different. I really like it too. Alright, I can't remember if I made views for this or not, because maybe not, because you see how high up we sit. Now, if that's a realistic view, then man, I should really adjust my view in the default. I mean, you can see over it. It's kind of crazy. Also, it says not registered yet. There we go. Boarding starts in 3 minutes. Let me turn off that E and B. I'm glad we remembered that. Alright, we need to go... I'm going to go ahead and put our stuff in right here. So we need to make sure of this. Alright, so 15.7 gallons total. So I'll put that at 8. I'll put this one at 8. Since it's 15.7, obviously I can't do it exact. So I'm going to put this at 8 gallons. Alright, we have 467 pounds in people. I guess it's... They only included the passengers, I guess. Passengers. Put you, buddy. It's, okay, so 100... That's, what, 270... So that's 440. Do we really care about their pounds? Alright, so that's 280. So that's 450. We need 17 more pounds, if you want to be exact. So I'll add 6 to everybody. You ladies are getting a little big. I shouldn't say that. Baggage, 43 pounds. Alright. We should be good right there. Boarding starts in 1... I hope they don't mess with that if the boarding hasn't started yet. That kind of worries me. I'll have to check that out here again in a second. Alright, now we get to start this thing up. Come down here. Let me turn off both yokes. Alright. Throttle. I'm going to open that up about a 1/4 inch. Kind of hard for me to gauge that quarter. Alright. Mixture is an idle cutoff, and it is. Propeller area clear. Master switch on. Flashing beacon comes on. Auxiliary fuel pump. So we have to prime it. I'm only going to do it for a second, because I've had a problem with this thing flooding before. Same with the 182. So I'm going to turn that off. Alright, now we have to... I do have to give it a little bit of fuel to for when I crank it over. Alright, let's see if she starts up. Almost sounds like she's dead. Oh, she almost... She kind of sounds like the battery's about dead. There we go. Maybe she just needed the throttle up a little bit. I'm going to put this at 1200 RPMs. And I'm going to lean it out to about 50. I'm not going to be too exact with how we lean it out on the ground. Right at about 50 should be good. Oh, now we've got to do that with this. 4 minutes. Alright, so oil pressure. We have pressure. Let's check. Navigation lights. I'm going to go ahead and turn those on. Master switch we actually turn off. Alright, it says taxi and landing lights come on, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to turn both off or not. Engine RPM, minimum alternator output occurs idle. So you can see the amps. We're back to 1200. Master switch comes back on. Landing and taxi light off. That's way too much. There she goes. Alright. Avionics master switch comes on. Flaps are retracted. Alright. I hope we're not going to be late. Alright, I'm going to turn on the pitot heats. Let me check this as well. A little bit smaller. gonna switch that over, by the way, to GPS. That can go away. Looks like everything is on. I gotta remember how to use this autopilot. It's a little bit different, if I remember correctly. Don't really need that. I'll turn it on anyway. Alright, so taxi light needs to come on. Like I said, I don't remember if okay, so we're not gonna have to call ATC because I'm not gonna mess with the IFR VFR crap. Actually, I think we might have to do it later. So I'm gonna go ahead and request it, and then I'll go ahead and cancel it as well.
Hotel, IFR, Brian, ready to copy. November 7274,
Set my altimeter.
Airport is filed, climate maintained 6,500, departure frequency.
And we do need to tell people what runway we're going to take off on.
Clearance for 30 minutes from now.
I like this. I can actually see out of here, not like the default one.
7274 Hotel, cleared at Bryan Airport as filed. Climate maintained 6,500. Departure is 126.8, squawk 6204. Clearance void 30 minutes from now. Cessna 74, Delta, read that correct.
Engine is warm as well. Tune over to the traffic. Select a runway for takeoff. We're going to take off to the north, so we'll go 36. And we're going to go, well, leave. Say it's a little more to the west. By the way. Alright, so we got our stuff in here.
Hotel, taking off runway 36, departure to the west.
Damn it, I was supposed to announce the taxi, not that. I always do that. Parking brake is off. We are a taxiing. I gotta say, I do find it harder to taxi in this plane as well. I can't taxi as fast, which is a good thing. It'll slow me down. The brakes are really touchy. I noticed that on the 182 as well. Using the brakes, they're a little bit touchy. So we're going a little fast again. I gotta like pump the brakes because you can't just hit the brakes, man. That nose will go straight forward. You see it how it's kind of bouncing like that as I pump it. Alright. I'm gonna go over here to take off. Now, I've already said that we're flying out to the west, clearing our takeoff, so I won't do that again, since I already screwed that up. I know. Alright, stop her right here. Parking brake comes on. Need to get rid of this yoke. Alright, we're not going to do like the whole passenger seats and all that kind of stuff. Obviously the doors are closed, flight controls. Sorry that mine isn't up, but everything is clear. Free and clear. Alright, mixture. Full rich. Go up to 1800 RPM. Alright, now we do our check of the magnetos. Alright, that looks good. Alright, vacuum gauge is barely in the green. Anyway. bring this RPM back down to 1200. Alright, nothing in the enunciator panel. Actually, we need to go to 1,000 RPM or less. Alright. Let's come down here. Landing lights and strobe are now on. Nav GPS, we're switched over to GPS. Elevator trim. They're trimmed for takeoff. Flaps are set. That's 10 degrees. Alright, and the brake is... Well, let me get this set first. Now the brake is released. Alright, everybody. I'm cutting in here. Hopog stopped, so I had to stop and restart this thing. I think everything is set back. Flaps to 20, beacon, landing, taxi, nav, strobe, pitot heat. All that's good. We're trimmed for takeoff. Air hauler, when it started up, it got everything, but then it disappeared right before I was ready to go. Just a second ago. Now it's not saying anything. I'm kind of worried that we lost that. I think it still got me. I was looking at this. We don't have much runway, so I put flaps to 20, like I showed you. Ah, a little too much brake there. Alright. Not lined up very well. I'll get it here in a second. Alright, here we go. Looking for about 55 knots. Airspeed is alive. Not too much there. Losing speed. Flaps to 10. That'll help with our speed. Wow, it's really hard to climb right now. There we've got to 60. Alright, air hauler 2's got us en route. Good. Trying to keep that nose down as best I can. We get some good airspeed. Alright, retracting the flaps fully. That'll help reduce with the drag as well. Alright, let's go around to the left now. I don't want to climb too fast. This thing isn't as powerful as the Skylane. I tell you, you can tell too. That Skylane's got all kinds of power. This thing not so much. See, the default Cessna would climb easy, but this one not so much. Much more realistic and much more fun, challenging as well. Alright, should climb at 70 to 85 knots, so we can pull the nose up just a little bit. I'm not going to just yet. Alright. Autopilot on. Whoops, I think we have to hold it. There we go. I'm gonna have to switch it off here for a second. See, I had my vertical speed as at 1100s, and we were about to stall out, because obviously you can't do that. There we go, 100 feet per minute, no. Switch that over to nav. Tried that autopilot's a little different, so I just need to sit here and make sure for a second that it's gonna work. 240. I kind of like how you can make things more transparent, less transparent with the A2A, different stuff, but sometimes I don't like it, but like I like that. I don't know. Let me check here. Alright, so that thinks that's gonna hold the altitude, so I don't want that. Vertical speed up back at 700 feet a minute. I don't know if it'll automatically stop at 6,500. I can't remember. And we need to start leaning out at 3,000. Alright. En route climb. Airspeed, like I said, 70 to 85 knots. We're at 80, so we're good right there. Alright, throttle full open. Mixture rich. Like I said, above 3,000 feet, we lean it to obtain the maximum RPM. I'll do a rough lean until we get to our cruising altitude, and then I'll start to try and do it a little better. And then, as soon as we get to cruise, 2,000 to 4,000 RPM, no more than 80%. And elevator trim adjust, but we're on autopilot. And mixture, of course, like I said, lean it out. Our airspeed has dropped to about 70. Move that to 500. We're at 3,000. I'm going to start to lean out. I'm a little worried with my airspeed. Make that 400. Like I say, I'm a little worried. Our airspeed was all of a sudden coming down. The engine sounds a little better right there at 95%. And we use our EGT. And gas temperature, let's see. On the default, it's over here. Oh, this has got fuel flow. Alright, so there's the EGT, so alright. Satisfaction's at 78%. This is how it is in the other one. I don't know if that... How can that really be 1,269 Fahrenheit over 700 Celsius? Or now, you see how that leaning really affected it. I mean, we decreased our rate of climb as well, but daggone, it really went up. And I don't totally understand lean, but what we'll do is we'll lean it out, and the engine gas temperature should go up. And as soon as it decreases on one of them, as soon as it decreases, we stop. Then it says to go back the other way until it does it again. I don't quite understand that. So what I'll do is I'll pull it out until it starts to decrease, and then I'll stop it right there. Because it talks about I can't remember, but I don't quite totally understand it. We're at 4,000 now. I'm going to go ahead and put this to 2x. Because I'm not going to speed up to 4 until we get this thing into cruise and leaned out. So I can show you, and if you know better, you can tell me how. Because I do want to understand it better. We're at 4,600. Bring that back up. Only 99 miles out, a little over an hour. I'm just kind of watching that airspeed. 4,800. $5,300. Kind of wonder if I shouldn't have chosen like 4,500. Move that back down to 4,000 feet away from 6,500. Come on, girl. I'm just worried about that airspeed. Gonna drop it until I get up there. You can lean it out properly. Looks like we're pretty good now. There's 6,000 right there. Now, I don't know if this is going to stop at 6,500 or if I'm going to have to hit the altitude hold. See, I don't even know that autopilot arm. I don't quite understand that. Let's see if she comes down here. Nope, I think I'm going to have to hit it. Sorry about that, what I'm doing. Alright. Remove this. Now, we need to be between 2,000 and 2,400, so I'm not gonna go full throttle, so I'm gonna pull back a little bit. Right there, that's about in the middle, so I'd choose that. Alright, so you can see us there at 90. I want to watch our EGT. 1,266. 67. Just make sure it sets. Let it get to a more stable place. 1,269. Alright. I'm going to move that to 88. Alright, it's already up to 72. 74. Just gotta give it time to settle. 1,275. I'm gonna do it by 2 notches again. All the way up to 79. 80, 81. 82. And I think we'll get a better hang of it once we get used to it. We'll be able to lean it out better during the climb. Anyway, just see it moving up a little more. 87. 89. 89. I'm going to move it 4. So we'll move it right there to 80. Because if I do it by 2 every time and we're way far away, it's going to take even longer. You can see it did move up. 98, 99, 1,300. So even 1302. 1303. Let me put it to 75. That's 5 notches. So we should have had it leaned out a lot more during the climb, as you can tell. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Move it down to 72. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. To 70. 1333, 34, 35. Didn't realize it was going to take this long to lean. Although I was obviously way off on where it had it. 1337. 65. 1344, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51. Jiminy Christmas, 52. 53. Man, I was way off. 54. 1354. 1355. 62, 63, 65. Our gallons per hour is coming down a little bit. There's 70. 71. 72. 73. It's kind of boring with that view down there, so I'll come up here so we can actually see stuff. 1374. 81, 82, 83, 84. Just a second. Oh, we'll, by the time we have this leaned out, we'll be there. We'll be descending, like almost literally. 89. 91. There's 91. That's still climbing. 1401. 02. 3. Jiminy Christmas. 1408. 1410. It's still climbing. Alright, 1410 looks good. Give her a second. 1420. 21. God, I was at 90 and we're at 45 now. It's crazy. 1425. 91%. I'm worried about the landing myself. 1427. 28. I only moved at 1. 1429. She's still climbing. 34. I can't imagine we would need to lean it out that much more. My God, we're at 40% right now. $13.35. Sorry if this is boring, but we gotta figure this out. $14.35. Now we've about reached our end point because I moved at 3 and it only went up one degree. Oh, 1435. Put that to 38. 1435. Give her a second. She decreased right there. I should have given it longer before I did that. Alright, so I'm going to leave it right there. Well, let me move it one more. 39. See, it decreased again, so I may have moved it out a little too far. It's at 33. Still. .32, so she's still decreasing. She's not moving now. So I don't know if that means we're good right here or not, so I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, the more we have it leaned out, the less fuel we're gonna use, the more money we'll make. By the way, we're only 58 miles out now. Oh jeez. I hope that wasn't too boring. You could skip ahead if you wanted to. For its time, I'll be right back. Alright everybody, we're 19 miles out. Now, I waited a little while because I know we have to go around. Let's see if the procedure's in here. Because I was debating whether or not we should even do it for this kind of... Like, we could just do it all visual. But we'll look. It's 4 left. GPS 4 left. Vectors, Bitech. Let's see which one I don't even think that's... I got Becky, Gossett, and Hogtoad. I don't even see that. RNAV 4 left, Bitech Badod. Tater. Yeah, some taters. And a Poya, so we don't have it. Alright, so it's a left-hand traffic pattern, by the way. Let's see. We're headed 238 right now, so let me get this set up. 238. We'll move that to heading. Let's go ahead and descend down to, let's go down to 2800 right now. Altitude arm. We'll click that off. Vertical speed. 700 feet a minute. See, when I do arm, why does it say 400? We'll get the warning when it comes close anyway. Let's go look for... Oh, we didn't cancel it. Don't worry. They'll say it's past time, that's alright. I wanted to cancel it, I forgot to. Alright, so now we can go to nearest airport, KBTR. Baton Rouge. Oh, so they have a tower. Dadgummit. Let's roll out to our right. That's our runway right here. Yeah, because 22, alright. Alright, 5,300. I'll reset my altimeter right to below 5,300. Not quite in the yellow. We're good. Good there. Now you're actually supposed to come in at 45 degrees. I think we should go over more if we want to be exact about it. We could actually speed her up a little bit. 2x. You know what? I'll probably let her go down to 2,000 instead of 2,800. 2,800 was for the other approach that I beckoned. So I'm actually going to let her go down to 2,500. The airport elevation, as we said, is 69 feet. I'll let her go down to 2,400. Trying to decide. Messages, if I hold you down, do you disappear? There we go. Now she's off. Really, I was gonna say I was gonna call out our leg, but I forgot. I can't. There's a tower. Watch that altitude. Let me arm it. Let's see if she's armed. Let's see if she stops there at 2,400. I can't remember. Let's slow this down to normal speed. Should have enriched that earlier. Alright, she is stopping at 2400. Reset my altimeter. It actually should be full rich, to be quite honest. The 023 will be parallel. Like the 043 is the heading of the runway. Go back at us. She's going to be up here. Alright, we'll go over to 2X again. It's been a crazy episode. Had to restart because of Hop Hog. And we spent most of the flight trying to lean it out. But at least now we have an idea of where we should be. Heck, I think what was our lean, around 42 or 43%. And before I did that, I was at 90. Because I didn't want to lean it out too much. See how much fuel do we have? Left 5 gallons. Alright, 5 gallons in each. We took off with 8 in each, so you can see we didn't use a whole lot. I think we were using, let's say, 5 gallons an hour, I think, when we were had it leaned out. Now it's 11.2. There she is. Go on just a little bit further. I think we might be slightly high. Normal speed. If I arm that, will it automatically descend or no? It sucks I have to learn this over. It's 133. Again, we might be a little too close now. Let it go down to 2,000. Alright, there's 4 left. I believe will be this one right here. I maybe should have gone out a little more. Peek down here. Wow, there she is. Yeah, I think we're going to be a little high at this altitude. And what speed am I at? Normal speed, alright. Yeah, see, they've got us too high. I'm going to pull back on the thrust a little bit. Throttle. Be going all that fast. Do we have VASI lights? Still saying that we're a little high. We'll let her go to, well, seems like 1500's too low. Apparently not. I don't want to go too slow. We can start getting our flaps out when we're below 110 knots, by the way. Landing speed will be around 60, 62 knots. We should be turning 043. Power back. I think we've gone out a little too far. It's 1500. Oh my god, did we go too far? Yeah, I'd say so. Holy hell. Autopilot is off. You think we went a little too far? Wasn't paying enough attention, I guess. Set my views. We are too high. Man, it really doesn't seem like we're. It seems like we're 2x. We really need to get our speed down. There we go. Oh, there was that ballooning effect. Oh, no, no! I pulled it down too quick. Passengers are pissed. They're not pissed, but we can't get 100% now, I don't think. Trim this thing out a little better. Alright, we are at full flaps. They're still high, as you can obviously see. Trying to trim it like crazy. Let our speed get down too low. Man, I'm trimming like crazy right now. Yes, I know we have low fuel. Passenger satisfaction 100. Man, we are so high. Man, I am trimming like crazy and she just will not come down. Like she should. We are so freaking high. We're just gonna have to go along, obviously.
100.
It's gonna be hard to get my speed right the way we're doing this. This is obviously not correct.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Did we come down weight a greaser, huh? I don't know about that. That seemed worse. Did that not seem worse to anyone else than what we've been doing in the default Cessna? I could not get it down, even when I was floating it there. Man, did we ever come in high. And that totally screwed the landing, even though it says there's a greaser. There was a screwed landing. Trying to keep our speed up, the nose down, trying to get down. It's not fun. She always sounds like she's gonna cut off whenever you get the throttle down very much. It really felt like we smashed the ground a little harder than I wanted to. Maybe the parking brake on. Speedo, it can come off strobe. Landing lights as well. Just pull this out to about 50 or so. I'm gonna put it to 40 or 50, 57. It sounded like the engine changed a little bit too much there at 50, so. Yeah, you stupid thing. I was trimming and trimming and trimming. I mean, I knew we were coming in high, obviously, but the closer we got, you could really feel how high we were. Parking.
Round, Cessna, November 7274 Hotel.
So we'll have to work on that, but I gotta say it was fun. If we were coming in on the glide slope, the landing would have been more fun.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Oh, I knew you were gonna tell me it was behind me.
Cessna 74 Hotel.
I looked over there and didn't really see any buildings. It's over here. I looked over there. Didn't see those buildings. Well, I was gonna say I don't see anyone, but I can't really see out that window. Breaking the rules, breaking the rules. But we were just stopped and we didn't see anyone, so yeah, we're good. I'll just say that. Yeah, I just wish I would have done that landing a little better, but I couldn't because came in so high. Yeah, I think if we'd have come in on the glide slope a little bit, could have given it a better effort. But hey, we didn't damage the plane. I don't know if they'll give. It did say passenger satisfaction was still 100. Even though we did that little faux pas where the flaps ballooned us up and I yanked it down and I shouldn't have. It's just an overreaction to me. And not an overreaction, but I should have thought about that. Shoving that yoke down when we ballooned up. Because I was trying to keep us down, but it was my faux pas. Who else's faux pas would have been? I always say that. And we came in against the wind. You saw that windsock over there. Well, that seems like the past few flights, the wind has been shifting around. See, that's what I don't like. I can't see. I need to put those flaps down as well. Retract them, I should say. There they go. I gotta say, I love the plane, man. This and the Skyline, it's so much more fun than the default, obviously. We knew it would be. But yeah, it's so much more fun. It's so much more realistic. The realism, I gotta say, the realism from going from the default to this is just insane. Turn for me, girl. I don't like taxiing in this plane or the Skyline, though. It does feel awkward, because you gotta use the differential braking and all that to get her to turn, else she'll take a really, really wide turn. So you gotta pump the brake while you're turning to get the differential braking. She spins a little quick sometimes. Like right now, I feel like we're going way too fast. But we're not going all that fast. If I can keep that RPM around 1,000. See, just even pumping the brakes, you can see how she goes nose down like that. See, wide turn, and then you pump it for the differential braking. Real sharp. Alright. Come on. But hopefully those passengers are satisfied. It did say 100% there at the end, so, or when we landed, I thought, or maybe it was right before we landed. So hopefully they give us a good recommendation. Maybe, hopefully they give us 100. You see I pumped it a little too much there. A little far. A little far. Parking brake. I'm gonna give it a little throttle here so she doesn't shut off on me. Sounds like she's about to. There we go. Alright, so we can go to securing the airplane. The parking brake is set. Electrical equipment off. Autopilot is, well, autopilot is off. Let me see where all the switches are. There we go. I don't think you can actually turn that off. Don't need that much thrust. Avionics master switch needs to come off. Mixture, auto cutoff. This is off. Ignition switch. We should have already turned these off. Off. Ah, shit. Passenger satisfaction 100. Excuse me, air hauler, while I continue what I was doing there. Sometimes it cuts over, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. Does it like that? Taxi light off. Right, this is off. We can do this. I noticed in the because it said something about that in the descent or something that to make sure it was in both. But it didn't say anything about that in the startup. It does in the 182. I don't remember how to do the control lock. To be quite honest, I thought we clicked on that and brought it up or something. I can't remember how. I think this is the control lock anyway. Yeah, control lock, but how do you freaking use it? Please. Please go up here. I don't know how to get that up there. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Get out, Toots. Your turn. Alright. Let's go over to air hauler. Get paid. Alright, finish the flight monitoring. Alright, takeoff time 4:57, touchdown time 6:09. It was an hour and 11 minutes. Takeoff fuel 95, landed with 58 pounds. That's what, 37 pounds? Did we release 37 pounds? It's not that much, I guess. Max altitude 6,528. Max speed was 122.4 knots. Minimum G's exceeded it once because when I pushed it down. It was my bad. Stall, false. Overspeed, false. Landing description, true. Gear down, true. Concrete, no surface damage, no damage to the plane. Came down at 78.0 feet a minute. Wow. Because in that default mode, man, we were going like 170. Maybe it's just the sounds and the effects on this one, but it felt like we nailed the freaking ground. Landing pitch, negative 7.5, which isn't true. Landing speed 7 and the wind direction 106, so it was actually a crosswind. I almost hit that. Almost hit it. Passenger satisfaction log, G-force 0.6 was -1. Satisfaction 99%. But you gave us 100, right? Right? Am I right? Oh, we're above the cargo now. Let's see. Actually, we'll go to reputation log. 32.8 to 33.2. So we did get 100%. They didn't knock us one. Sweet. Up to 28.8. We need, what, 11.2 more. So, no, that's right, because we have to divide it by 3. I was going to say, we only need like 12 more flights, but no, we have to divide it by 3. So we still have a lot of flights to do. That's to be expected, man. Air hauler, if y'all watched my first series, original air hauler, man, it did take a while. But once you start getting a bunch of pilots, it goes a lot quicker. Yeah, we haven't leveled up. I don't know if we're gonna level up like last year in the original one. You had your private pilot's license, and then you keep going up and up and up. Or if we just have to get ratings of the plane, I'm not really sure. Alright, well, anyway, that's going to be it for this. What, actually, can we... we really have the same plane. It's just because I'm flying it. It thinks we're flying the original one. Alright, oh man, how nice that would be. Oh man. Look at that short flight. We're not a cargo plane. We don't cargo configuration. Hey, we're not in Hattiesburg either. Alright, but anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.